And here we are for a locals, where basically we were all allowed to use one banned card. Naturally, I chose Pot of Greed, and I decided to use my Yugi character deck. But obviously, with Pot of Greed being the only banned card I play, um, I wanted to give it another chance after not doing so well back in 2010. But I don't think I did that well in this event. Um, I know I didn't do enough to top, and I only remember two of my matchups. No, actually, no, three, because I did play against one of the guys, Adam, playing White Sword, but I didn't film that game. Um, Now, this is a game that I also didn't film, I think, or at least I um, can't can't remember if I did or not. But it was against a guy who used to go to the Ferris League tournaments a lot, playing. Um, I, I don't know. I think he was focusing on Monarchs. I'm not sure, but all I remember from his deck was Wave Motion Cannon and Zaborg, and everything else was just best guess. Now I did lose this match mainly because of wave motion cannon, which I don't appreciate at all. So, but because he hasn't been seen since, and I'm probably never going to play against the guy again, this is as close as I'm going to get some payback. Because there is no way I go down like that. Not with the King of Games deck. Anyway, let's kick it off. Oh yeah, finally got my play back. Stupid wave motion cannon. Cards should have been banned ages ago. Um, but yeah, that felt more like a pre-synchro era match than a Z's era one. So yeah, now obviously I did lose the original matchup, but I don't think it mattered that I won here because obviously my won here anyway. But yeah, there we go.